Well, friends, congratulations, of course. The depletion of Russian resources continues at a rapid pace, but the first prize for creativity and unexpected solutions, of course, goes to the Russian mobile fire group near Voronezh, which, with a precise and accurate shot, took down a Ka-52 helicopter. You might ask, why am I so happy? Because it was their own Russian helicopter. Yes, that's the kind of system they have. Poorly organized, poorly prepared, but they hit the target. They hit their own helicopter. The pilot was killed. All in all, I applaud. I take my hat off to them. Russian fighters for mobile fire groups, recruited from wherever, are at least capable of doing something useful for the country and the world as a whole. They shoot down their own helicopters. But these are just minor things, amusements. They deserve a prize simply because we didn't expect support from that side. But of course, the key point is about two sites. One is the oil refinery in Omsk that was hit, the largest in Russia. What makes it even more interesting is that everyone knew it was the next target. Everyone understood that all the other refineries in the European part had already been hit. First of all, it's the biggest, truly the largest in Russia. Secondly, it's operating at full capacity, pulling out everything it can. Two factors protect it. The first is the distance from Ukraine. Until now, we hadn't struck that far. The second is that the Russians knew it was a target, so they even protected it with aircraft. It didn't help. A Su-52 fighter jet defended it like a lion, shooting down a Ukrainian drone. Well done. But there were 11 explosions, meaning 11 more drones still made it through. The plant burned for more than a day. They tried to put out the fire, but now it has completely stopped operating. Well, to be precise, it has been suspended. Of course, they will repair and restore it. Well, now our drones already know the way. And of course, Madyr's birds did an absolutely wonderful job. 8 tankers were hit in just about a day or two. 8 tankers that were sailing through the Sea of Azov. They were delivering gasoline and diesel fuel to Crimea at their own risk. Risky, under air defense cover and all that, because there is a real gasoline crisis in Crimea. And we knew that for about a week or a little more, some gasoline had appeared in Crimea from somewhere. We didn't know how they were transporting it. We thought that probably they were still transporting it across the Crimean Bridge. But intelligence reported they used tankers, moved them into the Sea of Azov, working at full capacity. They're scared, terrified, but they're still sailing. Well, now they're not sailing anymore. Our drones hit 8 tankers. It was truly a striking, impactful day. These are Russia's losses. 8 Shadow Fleet tankers in the Sea of Azov, the Omsk oil refinery. How they're going to console themselves, I don't know. In Omsk, an entire network of gas stations, the largest one, has already completely shut down because it received gasoline directly from the refinery for immediate sale. That was wonderful. Now, naturally, deliveries from the refinery are absolutely zero. They don't know where to get it, so they've completely shut down. A bit of panic has been added to the market. The Z military correspondents, who have been tasked with calming the population, were just yesterday and the day before telling everyone that this is just panic, there's plenty of gasoline, and soon there will be even more. Don't worry, there's some over there, there's some in Moscow, there's some everywhere. Today, they're all saying in unison, if it makes you feel better, the enemy will have it worse. We'll take out all the refineries and gas stations in Ukraine. There will be very little gasoline there. It will be 3 times more expensive than in Russia, 3 times worse. Well, I don't know what they're going to take out or what they've planned. And if that comforts anyone, in reality, Russia has switched to Euro 3. That means that basically all cars made after 2015, even Chinese ones, will end up needing repairs because of this gasoline. So it's better not to refuel. But even this poor quality gasoline was objectively in short supply, and after the strike on Omsk, there won't be enough at all. And a big hello to Crimea. No electricity, no gas, no water. Attempts to bring in gasoline have ended. Game over. That's it. It's going to be very, very sad. And besides, you know that people use the Crimean Bridge to go refuel in Krasnodar Krai, and they're now allowed to bring back up to 200 liters of gasoline. Where to get those 200 liters is another question. They weren't filling up canisters, but for example, in Kuban, the People's Cossack Assembly officially decided on video to stop refueling cars with Crimean license plates. They barely have enough for themselves. There were plenty of Crimeans around the gas station, a lot of them, and they tried to pick a fight, but the Kuban Cossacks were ready for it. The Crimeans were pushed back and left without gasoline or diesel. They barely have enough for themselves. A quick shift from Crimea is ours to let Ukraine supply you with gasoline. The process has begun. It's only going to get more interesting from here. Obviously, in the Rostov region, they'll start turning away those coming for gasoline from Donetsk or Luhansk. Well, after that, I don't know. But soon, the film Mad Max: The Battle for Gasoline will be recognized as a documentary in Russia. They're already robbing gas stations, catching up with them. The second stage is predictable. Fuel tankers will travel under armed guard, but that only means they'll be robbed by armed gangs as well. It'll be interesting, you won't get bored. Well friends, let's keep watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, I'll keep you updated. Ukraine will prevail.